Listen by the Mile. You join me here at Reading as we're taking this high-speed train. It's been on a journey from Cardiff. We're doing the last little bit on the Great Western Express from Reading here all the way down to Paddington Station. So I'm just going to get the train set up and I'll be back when we're ready to leave. We've just got the go-ahead to close the doors now, so we'll get the doors closed. We're in the cab. We're straight through to London Paddington, so it should take about half an hour. Reverse this forward, we'll take the brake pressure off, wait for the brakes to come down, and then we'll get a move on. It's an old school high-speed train cab, grimy, dirty. Brakes nearly off, just waiting for the bar pressure there to disappear. There we go. Brakes are off, reverse is forward, so we are moving. This is the remastered version of the Great Western Express route, one of the original routes in Train Sim World. I think it might be like the second ever English route. It was quite early on when it was released anyway. Sip of tea as we get moving. We're doing a nighttime run down the line, so I've got to say I'm very impressed with the remaster of the Great Western Express. It's probably come out. It's probably one of the better routes now in Train Sim World, especially because it was done by one guy as well. They did an absolutely amazing job on it. But tonight we're doing a little bit of an evening service, some late night running. One thing about it being dark is you can really see the signal lights ahead. I should probably put the cab light on. Look at where it is. I don't know where the lights are from the instrument lights on this train. Down it. Oh. It's fine, we can still see the instruments even without the lights. One thing I've found about the remaster of Great Western Express is there's a lot more traffic now and a lot more going on. We've got a 166 there, stops at the lights. Is that a Voyager? It looks like it might be a Voyager going up. Yeah, cross-country Voyager. So there's just a lot more action compared to the original route that was released. And that's to be expected, to be fair, because when this was released, it was, I said it was one of the very early routes in the game, so there wasn't a lot on the timetable. You literally had the high-speed train, the Class 66 and the 166. Where now, due to just DLCs that have been released over the years, there's a lot more action going on the route. It feels like it's a main line now. Clear off the warning systems. We are playing with all the safety systems turned on. We are going at full throttle at the moment and we're still struggling to get up to line speed. When we do get up to line speed though with these diesels, they do actually absolutely fly through. So it won't take us long to get into Paddington when we get up to speed, as long as the line stays green for us. Another thing about the route as well is this performance is pretty damn good. Like we're sat here at 60 frames per second at the moment. I found the cab light on the keyboard, turned the cab light on the keyboard. The instrument, I like the instrument lights on, but I don't know where they are. Never really driven this in the dark before, but we'll put the keep the cab light on. Just makes it a little bit easier for you to see watching. Again, more AI traffic just parked at the station as we're flying through it. And another AI train leaving the station as well. As I said, this is, like I mentioned, there's a lot of AI traffic going along on this route. It really does now feel like it's alive. that does make a big difference. So far, we've having a reasonably nice run as well, and we are just running straight through, not having to contend with any signals or anything. So hopefully this continues the rest of the way. It's probably a little difficult to see with the with it being at night time, but the remaster has been fantastic. It's a shame, really. I was playing East Coastway on stream earlier today, recording this video on Sunday, also streaming on Sunday, and compared to the two remasters East Coastway and Rubber Games are involved in, and this, they are miles apart. And this is done by one guy as well. The East Coastway was done by Rubber Games, and they obviously released a DLC pack for it, but you know, this is night and day better than that route. And especially like during the, I was hoping this would be like an evening service going dark, and you're right, it's so dark, as it's UK and it doesn't get dark till about 8 o'clock. This is an early evening service, so it should have been light. But again, I was hoping to get like a sunset service. It hasn't worked out that way. But yeah, it's just so much better to drive, and there's so much more trackside detail now. It's they've really done a good job of bringing this up to standard. You know what I mean? I hope the person who did the remaster of this does more in the future as well, because there's a lot of routes that could do with a remaster. Brighton Mainline would be one of them. The routes I tend to use are Northern Transpennine could definitely do a remaster, Tees Valley could definitely do a remaster. Although if they get remastered, I kind of hope they go to Just Trains, because they kind of have that era down to a T. With their West Coast Mainline, Blackpool branches, the new version of West Coast Mainline coming out. So there's a lot of routes that could do with a remaster. Right, we're pretty much at full line speed now. We finally managed to get up there. It took us about 6-7 miles or full throttle to get up to more or less the line speed. So now we can just cruise. We're not that far away from London. We're only got 24 miles to go in this at this speed in this train that's going to fly by. Especially if we stay around the 120 to 125 mile an hour speed limit we have on the train. It won't take us long to get there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to when Just Trains release their Preston to Crewe line. And also when we get Trent Valley as well, because we get West Coast Mainline Trent Valley, and even though it's different areas, Crewe, Preston, will essentially be able to do a full run from Carlisle all the way down to London. Bit of era hopping in between, but that'll be a lot of fun. Or even just going through to London Euston will be fun independently, you know. So I'm looking forward to, I think it's All Aboard Simulations who are doing that route. And yeah, it's one of the ones I'm looking forward to picking up when it eventually gets released. I just hope the other lines get the same treatment. I mean, there's a lot more of the Great Western line they can do. I know we've got the Riviera line, and then this part of the Great Western network, but got all the way down to Bristol and then Exeter. have. The East Coast main line still has loads of sections they need to fill out there, so the East Coast main line is hasn't got the love the West Coast main line has, let's put it that way, in terms of route coverage. We still only have that little section, well, I'll say little, it's quite a big section between Peterborough and Doncaster, but it's not the most exciting section because there's literally, well, it's like 100 miles of 4 stations. There's very little on that route. Quite a smooth ride so far, though. We are still nothing really in our way. Another quick drink of tea. And yeah, if you've not played the Great Western Express or not done much on this line or you're on the route, I would highly recommend going back, and now the remaster's done and out, I highly recommend going out, back out and giving the route a try. Now it's up to the standard we'd expect from a modern sim. It's a lot of fun to drive now. And you also have a variety of services as well, because we're doing the high-speed service tonight, just going from Reading straight through to Paddington, but we also have the local stopping service as well. And on the timetable mode, there's a lot on there. That they've added. And in terms of other services, there's even an 802 test service you can do on the timetable if you want to take the 802 that you get in out in the Riviera line for a spin. But then you just have the classic high-speed trains that we're driving today, and you know, these are always good fun to drive, so throttle down and go at a 125 miles an hour, steaming through the countryside. It's a very quick run. I mean, 30 miles out already. Especially if we have no intermediate stops, it does not take us very long to get there. Compared to the stopping service, if we do the stopping service into Reading, I think they generally take about an hour on the slow service, so there's a big difference in the between the two services and the services we get on the route. You can tell you're near London when you get this overpass as well. It's probably one of the landmarks on the route. I always remember it anyway. Already you can see the scenery is much more dense around the track as we get closer into the heart of London. We don't do many nighttime videos, so it's always good just to try a nighttime service. Enjoyed the night lighting, and they've done a really good job with the night lighting on this, I'd say. That's one of the ways of bringing the route up to the standard. You know, the lighting's certainly one thing that is across all the remastered routes really is something that they've improved a lot on. according to our schedule, we should be pulling into the station in about 10 minutes. I get the feeling we might be even potentially a little bit early as well if we keep running green here. Not much to do, but to just acknowledge the vigilante system. See in the mini-map on the top corner, we're starting to get the speeds to bring us down for our final approach into Paddington, just bringing us down to 100 on the speed limit. Start slowing us down as we get towards the terminus. We are going to put in a little bit of initial brake just to try and bring the speed down, to get down to this 100 speed limit restrictions coming up pretty much between here and the next station. Still going pretty fast though. Should just get to 100 before the speed board. There we go, drop to 99. Take the brake off and just let it cruise. First little bit of frame stuttering we're getting as well as we get closer to the Paddington. With Class 66s and freight wagons in there in the freight yard. Quite a few 66s actually are in there. Again, lots of AI traffic that we like about this route. It feels alive now. It's looking like we might have some signal work to be doing. Double yellow here. So not quite a clean run. Got a single yellow, so it's telling us we do need to stop. You can see it is actually red on the mini-map. A signal ahead. Ideally, we'd like to roll through and just get to the signal. Well, it's gone green, we can see on the mini-map, we can't quite see it out the window yet. Start building a little bit more throttle in, we've got to be down to 50 here anyway. This is where we really start to get that final approach in to Paddington. We've got only a couple of miles to go. Lots of complex track work, kind of like going into Easton really. I assume we were getting down because it's going to have a switch tracks, and that's the reason for the 50. Looking at that signal there and the aspect signal. There we go, here's a track switching. Looking at getting into platform 9. 46 miles an hour, so we'll just hold off and cruise in the final few minutes. Again, we've got a 40 coming up in just a second. We're literally only a mile out now, so this is really just getting us ready to pull in. Down for this 40, it looks like we'll probably be changing tracks again, I'm assuming. Here's where the 40 starts, just here. In a minute we should be able to start seeing the station come into view and the lights from the station. We got platform 9 signalled, so the path's already set for us to get into platform 9.
We are now approaching London Paddington.
There's the station.
The gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Coming in a little hot because I forgot we had to get down to 25, but start braking. You can see all the lights of Paddington Station here, and again very busy as well. Tiny bit of throttle just to make sure we try and get to the end of the platform. Try and bring those to the stop marker. Crawl along. And here we are at London Paddington, so hope you've enjoyed our little run this evening. And if you have, make sure you like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.